Hey, it's Drew Neiser with another Tuesday tip. There's a big challenge out there, which is how do you rationalize your marketing budget? So today we have at least 4 CMOs to give us insights on how you can rationalize your marketing budget with your CEO, CFO. Ajay Khanna from Explorium AI. Ajay, what's your tip?
As I always say, do the math with your CRO, do the math with your CFO, know your conversion, know your goals, and then build the plan to deliver to those numbers.
So,
That's how you get a
okay,
budget.
I'm with you there. We can do the math on demand gen. How do we do the math on brand and those other things?
Absolutely. I think the brand has to also deliver to some goals, right? So whether it is your sales enablement, whether it is understanding the messaging, whether it is the carving out of new categories. So make sure that the brand has an end goal to itself as well.
All right. I'm with you there. Okay. John Hall, calendar.com. John, what is your tip for justifying your marketing budget?
We start with our dream and what success looks like and backtrack. So we basically whiteboard it. Here's the goal. Here's what we consider success in the next 6 months. These are the things that contribute to that success. And then we break down each one of those, who's responsible, make sure we have the actual people to execute that are going to be there. People are moving all over the place. And so I think that it's as simple as we start with success, whiteboard it, backtrack into what is included in that and what we think has a likely chance, and making sure we can execute on it with the right people. I know it sounds simple, but it works for us right now.
That's awesome. All right. David Koerner from 75F. David, tell me, what is your tip?
The only thing that has not been said is you got to make sure your graphs are going up and to the right. I have found that is the single best way to get more budget. Steady graph up and to the right is something a lot of CFOs like to invest in.
And when we're talking about the graph going up to the right, are we talking about closed deals? Are we talking about lead flow? Or are we talking about
all of the above? As long as you're showing that you continue to optimize and extract more ROI from every dollar, you continue to get them.
There you go. And it is just a fundamental reality that the marketer that wants to keep a seat needs to be lockstep with the salesperson, showing that revenue is growing. And there's no other number to fall back on, unfortunately, that will justify your existence. Okay, Chip Rodgers, WorkSpan. One more tip.
Hey, Drew, great session. And gosh, I agree with everything that everybody said, Ajay, John, and David. I think the numbers prove it out, and that's always going to be critical. I guess the only maybe thing that I would add is prove your value. Prove the value of what you've been able to, and get the credibility in the leadership for the work that your team has done. And where you'll see incremental dollars, what happens when you put more money in and what comes out the other end.
Got it. So I think what this sort of refers back to what we talked about in the huddle today, which is get a test going, show that test is working, go back to your leadership team and saying, hey, this test is going to work. Let's invest more. And,
exactly. That's right.
Assuming they bought into it. Now, you also recommended a sort of a skunk works approach to that.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a new area and it hasn't sort of had, you've got a little bit of budget you can scrape together and test something out, then definitely give that a shot.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's your Tuesday tip. I'm Drew Neiser. If you want to get some of the best CMOs to give you advice in real time, check out CMOHuddles.com and apply for a guest pass.